Yeah,
So
it's a loaded question. So when does that enrollment window occur? Question number one, right? So that's 3 months prior to the 65th birth month, the month of, and 3 months after. And that's when we're talking about enrolling into the original Medicare program.
Yeah.
All right. We're not talking about actually enrolling in, because that period actually mirrors other enrollment period for actual privatized versions of Medicare, Medicare Advantage, prescription drug plans. But for the sake of enrolling in original Medicare, it's a 7-month window. 3 months prior, the month of, and 3 months after the 65th birth month, not the birthday. One caveat to that, if you're born on the first day of the month, then your enrollment period is set back 1 month.
Yeah.
Right? So be 4 months prior to that 65th birth month, the month of, and then 2 months after.
Got it. Okay. So even there's an exception to the standard, right? It's not necessarily going to be everybody falls into the exact same category. There's always, sounds like, an exception to that. With that enrollment window spanning the 3 months before, the month of, and 3 months after, what is the reason why somebody would be waiting until the 3 months after to do anything?
So I don't want to pay for Medicare. It seems to always boil down to the price. I mean, we've seen many people that try to time it, and they're like, I've got this couple months here where I can just not enroll yet, and I don't want to have to pay early if I don't need to. I'm pretty healthy, and even though I don't have any other coverage right now, I just want to roll the dice. Or maybe they have a short-term plan that they had been on, or something of that sort. There can be a number of situations, but typically it's because I don't want to pay for it. Yep.
Got it. And when they end up, when it closes at the end of that 3 months after, or the 2 months after, if they're born on the first of the month,
yeah.
What is missing it typically end up costing them going forward? What does that look like for them?
What is missing?
Missing that window. So if they miss enrolling, if they don't enroll, and let's say they're supposed to, right? They're in the situation of they need to enroll. What ends up happening going forward if they miss that window? Are they able to just enroll a month later, 2 months later?
Yeah, they missed that enrollment period. They're going to have to wait till the following year for the general enrollment period to go ahead and do that, January 1st to the end of March.
Yeah.
So no, they can't just go ahead and go, I made a mistake and I realize it now. In hindsight, let me go ahead and rectify this and have coverage right away. They're not going to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue is that many people don't realize they made a mistake until they end up needing to take Medicare later because of a health issue, right? And so I'm going to take it now because I want more coverage or better coverage on top of whatever that they were relying on before. Maybe it was nothing. And at that point, then they get a letter that welcomes them into the Medicare community with, you're going to pay more, and it's a penalty. And they see things like that, and they're like, what in the world happened? And they get upset and flustered, but there's no do-over at that point. So, it's unfortunate, but it's try to save a couple dollars up front, and you find out later on that you're going to end up paying more now because of that. So we just need to make sure we're really educated, we understand our situation, as you said, that we verify and confirm our situation.